Most beginners do not fail at travel hacking because they are bad with money, and they do not fail because the strategy is impossible. They fail because the internet makes travel hacking look like a game for experts only. One person is talking about airline transfer partners, another person is showing 5 premium credit cards, another person is booking a luxury hotel with points, and suddenly a beginner feels like they need to understand every bank, every airline, every hotel program, every redemption chart, and every rule before they even start. That is the problem. Travel hacking feels impossible when you start with the advanced version first. But the beginner version is much simpler. You do not need 10 cards. You do not need to memorize every rewards program. You do not need to chase every bonus on the internet. You need one goal, one card, and one payment system. That is it. If you can build those 3 pieces, you can start earning travel rewards without turning your finances into a mess. The first step is one goal. Most people start by asking, what is the best travel credit card? That sounds logical, but it is actually the wrong first question. The better question is, where do I want to go, and what kind of travel do I actually pay for? Because points are only valuable when they solve a real travel problem. If you want to visit family twice a year, your strategy is different from someone who wants luxury hotels. If you take domestic flights, your strategy is different from someone planning international trips. If you usually stay in budget hotels or short-term rentals, hotel points may not matter as much as flexible points or cash back. This is why beginners get confused. They compare cards before they understand the trip. They look at bonus numbers before they know how they will redeem the points. A big bonus sounds exciting, but if the points are hard for you to use, they are not really valuable. So before you pick a card, pick one simple travel target. Not 5 dream vacations, not a perfect lifetime strategy, just one target. Maybe it is a round-trip flight home for the holidays. Maybe it is 2 hotel nights in a city you already plan to visit. Maybe it is lowering the cost of a family trip next summer. Once you have one real goal, the entire strategy becomes easier. Now you are not collecting random points. You are building toward a trip. The second step is one card. Beginners often think more cards means more rewards. But in the beginning, more cards usually means more confusion. More due dates, more spending requirements, more rules, more annual fees, and more chances to make a mistake. The smart beginner move is to choose one card that matches the travel goal and your normal spending. This is important. Normal spending. Travel hacking should not make you buy things you are not already going to buy. If you spend extra money just to earn points, you are not saving money. You are just buying points at a bad price. A welcome bonus can be useful, but only if you can reach it with expenses already inside your budget, like groceries, gas, utilities, insurance, phone bills, or planned travel. If the bonus requires spending that feels uncomfortable, skip it. The best travel hacking system is not the one with the biggest headline. It is the one you can follow without stress. For many beginners, a flexible points card can be easier than a very specific airline or hotel card, because flexible points give you more options. For other beginners, a simple cash back card may be better, because cash back is easy to understand and can still reduce travel costs. There is no universal best card. There is only the card that fits your spending, your credit profile, your travel goal, and your ability to pay in full. That last part matters more than everything else. Rewards are not magic. If you carry a balance and pay interest, the interest can erase the value of your points very quickly. A 2% reward does not help if you are paying much more than that in credit card interest. This is the line beginners must remember. Points are only a win when the card is paid in full. If the card creates debt, it is not travel hacking anymore. It is expensive borrowing with a prettier name. The third step is one payment system. This is the part most videos skip, but it is the part that keeps beginners safe. Travel hacking is not really about spending. It is about controlled spending. Before you care about points, you need a system that protects your cash. Here is the simple version. Use the card only for purchases already in your monthly budget. Track the balance during the month, not just when the statement arrives. Set a payment reminder before the due date. If possible, turn on autopay for the full statement balance, but still check the account manually so you know what is happening. Treat the credit card like a debit card with rewards, not like extra money. If you would not buy it with cash today, do not buy it for points today. This one rule can protect you from most beginner mistakes. The card should be a tool that routes your existing spending through a reward system. It should not change your lifestyle. It should not make you eat out more, shop more, upgrade more, or book trips you cannot afford. The goal is cheaper travel, not more pressure. Once you have the 3-step system, travel hacking becomes much less confusing. Goal, card, payment system. The goal tells you what kind of rewards matter. The card helps you earn those rewards. The payment system makes sure the rewards do not become debt. That is the beginner foundation. Everything else comes later. Transfer partners come later. Multiple cards come later. Hotel status comes later. Airline sweet spots come later. Advanced redemption tricks come later. If you skip the foundation and jump straight into advanced tactics, you will probably feel overwhelmed. But if you master the foundation first, the advanced tactics become easier to understand because you already know what you are trying to accomplish. Think about it like this. A beginner who has one clear trip, one useful card, and one clean payment routine is ahead of someone with 5 cards and no plan. The person with 5 cards might look more advanced, but if they are paying annual fees they do not understand, chasing points they never redeem, or carrying balances, they are not winning. Complexity is not the same thing as strategy. A good strategy is simple enough that you can actually follow it. This is especially true for people with small budgets. Travel hacking is not only for people who spend a lot. In fact, if your budget is tight, you need to be even more careful. Do not chase a bonus that forces you to spend beyond your comfort zone. Do not open a card because someone online said it is the best. Do not compare yourself to creators who travel every month and treat credit cards like a full-time hobby. Your goal is not to copy their life. Your goal is to reduce the cost of your own travel. That might mean using points for one flight a year. That might mean using cash back to cover baggage fees. That might mean saving enough rewards to make a family visit easier. Small wins count. A free night, a discounted flight, or a lower travel bill is still a win if it fits your real life. One reason travel hacking feels impossible is because people talk about points like they are money. But points are not always equal to cash. Points can change value. Programs can change rules. Award prices can move. Seats can disappear. Hotels can add fees. This is why beginners should not hoard points forever with no plan. Earn with intention and redeem with intention. If you have enough points to reduce the cost of a trip you already want to take, that can be better than waiting years for the perfect redemption. Perfect is the enemy of useful. Beginners do not need perfect redemptions. Beginners need understandable redemptions. You can always get more advanced later. Another reason beginners struggle is that they focus only on earning points and ignore the full cost of travel. A flight booked with points might still have taxes and fees. A hotel booked with points might still have resort fees, parking fees, or transportation costs. A card with an annual fee might be worth it for some people, but not for everyone. You need to do simple math. If a card costs money each year, ask what value you realistically get back. Not theoretical value, realistic value. Benefits you actually use. Credits you actually redeem. Points you actually spend. If you pay a fee for benefits you never use, that fee is not a strategy, it is leakage. Beginners should be allergic to leakage. Every fee, every interest charge, every unnecessary purchase, and every unused benefit reduces the value of the system. Travel hacking works best when the math is clean. Spend what you already plan to spend. Earn rewards on that spending. Pay in full. Redeem for travel you actually wanted. That is the clean loop. Anything outside that loop needs a very good reason. Now let us make this practical. Imagine you want to take a domestic trip next spring. The beginner way is not to open 3 cards and hope something works. The beginner way is to write down the trip first. Where are you going? Around when? Are flights usually expensive? Do you need a hotel? Are you traveling alone or with family? Then look at your normal monthly expenses. How much can you safely put on a credit card and pay off in full? Then choose one card that helps with that goal. Maybe it earns flexible points. Maybe it earns miles with an airline you actually use. Maybe it gives cash back that you can set aside for travel. After that, route only your normal expenses through the card. Do not chase points with random shopping. Do not carry a balance. Do not wait until the last minute to understand the rewards portal or transfer rules. Check redemption options early, even before you have all the points, so you know what the finish line looks like. This turns travel hacking from a vague dream into a simple project. And that is the shift beginners need. Travel hacking is not a personality, it is a project. One project at a time, one trip at a time, one card at a time. Another big mistake is thinking you need to start with luxury travel. Luxury redemptions look amazing online, but they are not the only good use of points. If points help you visit your parents, take your kids somewhere, attend a wedding without stress, or turn a trip from impossible into possible, that is valuable. Do not let luxury content make you ignore practical wins. The best redemption is not always the one with the highest cents per point. The best redemption is the one that gives you real value in your life without creating financial damage. That is a healthier way to think about rewards. Travel hacking should make travel lighter, not heavier. It should make you feel more in control, not more anxious. If you feel pressure to open another card, pause. If you feel tempted to spend more just to hit a bonus, pause. If you do not understand how you will redeem the points, pause. Pausing is not failure. Pausing is part of the system. The people who do this well are not reckless. They are patient. They are organized. They know that the reward is only worth it if the foundation stays strong. So if you are a beginner and travel hacking feels impossible, do not try to learn everything this week. Start with a 3-step system. Pick one real travel goal. Choose one card that matches that goal and your normal spending. Build one payment system that keeps you out of interest and debt. That is enough to begin. Once you complete your first simple win, your confidence changes. You stop seeing travel hacking as a secret language and start seeing it as a repeatable process. Then, after your first trip, you can review what worked. Did the card fit your spending? Were the points easy to use? Did the annual fee make sense? Did you pay in full every month? Did the rewards actually lower your travel cost? If the answer is yes, you can keep going. If the answer is no, you adjust. That is how a beginner becomes strategic. Not by collecting every card, but by learning from one clean cycle. The truth is, travel hacking is not impossible. The impossible version is the one built on too much information, too many cards, and no plan. The simple version is built on clarity. One goal gives you direction. One card gives you focus. One payment system gives you control. And when you combine direction, focus, and control, travel rewards stop feeling chaotic. They become a tool. That is the beginner system that actually works. Do not start by asking how to maximize every point. Start by asking how to make your next trip cheaper without hurting your finances. If you can answer that, you are already doing travel hacking the right way.